All right, cue the fucking music. All right, welcome back, everybody. Episode 5 of PSNFL podcast. We're back. We're better than ever. Hopefully, it's not 5 of 5. Get that out of the way. I don't think it will be. And we're rocking and rolling. It's your boy, your fucking host, your commish. It's Tom. Hello, everybody. So, we're back for episode 5, guys. I don't know what to make of the last week of fantasy football. I got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about going forward. So, exciting and non-exciting stuff, I'm sure, but yeah, there's a lot going on. We spread out a little bit when it comes to the standings, but at the same time, we got even closer. So, and we're gonna talk about that right now. Joining me on the podcast today is somebody who's been in this league since the beginning. I want to apologize to Bailey real quick because I didn't put in that he was. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Never mind. No, my bad. I didn't fucking. Sorry. I didn't mention that Bailey was a past champion in his little intro thing. So I apologize, Bailey. But joining me on the podcast today, past champion, person who's been in this league forever, winner this week. He's currently on the standings sheets. He's second, and he's been complaining about doing this podcast a couple of weeks back. So, Chase Jerishi, thank you for joining.
You're really gonna make it seem like I've been hounding you like this? You're gonna bring me on?
Not that you haven't hounded me about it, but you were like, hey, I'm here whenever you need. Whenever you need me to do the podcast, I'm here.
Listen here, Bucko. All right, this is a rags to riches story we got going on here. Okay, I was over here mopping floors over there in the shit bowl.
You were, man, and now you're second. How's it feel? Because I surely don't know what the fuck it feels like.
Bro, let me tell you, there was a time where I had thought I had fucked up big time in this shit. And there was an extremely high chance my ass was going to be on a bus to Detroit. I don't think you understand. My boss and I talked about this.
See, the worst part about this whole entire thing of what you're saying right now is that while it says you have a 99% chance of making the playoffs, which I think you will, you very well could not if we start losing, because you look right behind you. You're only 2 games. Yeah, you're only 2 games out of the shit bowl. And then you got Zach, who is making an absolute charge, man. I don't know how these playoff percentages work on ESPN, but now he is at a whopping 29%. That at one point was at 2. So,
yeah,
I'm nervous. I mean, I'm 4-6. I know Grayson's nervous. He's lost 4 in a row. I've lost 3 in a row. Zach has won 3 in a row. He's on a damn mission. Speaking of win streaks, you're at 4 right now.
Hey, man.
Like you said, I mean, you were 9th, right?
Oh yeah, circling the drain.
Yep. Yep, you were down there with Zach. I mean, granted, Zach had 0 wins, so you felt okay on that end, but a little bit different of position. I think I was right around where you were. I think I was third or whatever 4 weeks ago, and now I'm freaking ninth. So,
I mean, coming from the bottom, you've got an appreciation for being up at the top because you know how it is in them fucking trenches, my guy. Let me just go ahead and oh yeah, that last pirate brew celebrating the podcast.
Hell yeah, not much to celebrate for East Carolina football. So
hey man, we won last week, all right?
We did.
I'm taking it. I'm taking it how I can get it, man.
I'll tell you what, East Carolina basketball, that could be a problem.
East Carolina men and women's basketball.
Yeah, I don't really care that much about the other one, but
I mean, they're the only shooty hoops I've actually sat there and watched on TV in the last, I think, 5 years. Okay,
man,
and I was at ECU for 2 or 3 of those years.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's recap this last week we just had. All right, because we are, as you all know, in a tight-knit battle for this league. This is the most competitive this league has ever been. We are thriving. We have a fucking podcast. We talk about it Monday night. We got Max obviously at 7-3. He lost this week to the guy in last place, Zach, who was 2-7. Now he's 3-7. He was coming off a win against me from Cameron Dicker. I'm happy that while I can say I'm happy that Max lost, Zach just keeps putting up 120, and he's laying his dick on the table saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to score 121 points. So, do you have any thoughts on Zach?
I mean, I will give you an interesting fact here.
Sure.
2 out of Max's 3 losses are against me and Zach, and I think Max was my first win.
What week was that?
That was it. I think it was like
week 3.
No, because I beat Zach week 3. No, Zach was my first win. I think Max was my second win.
All right.
He laid a big old fat egg, and I hung $133 to his 77.
Yeah. Yep. Seeing that. Other big news, I guess the team that I think sucks beat the team that I think is probably the best team in the league. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but Marcel beat John whoppingly, beating him 152 to 105.
Beat his ass behind the shed.
Correct. So John moves back to 5-5, just the median, the median.
Yeah.
Sorry. And Marcel moves to 5-5. So a couple middle of the pack teams that could have a good chance at the championship, or also have a chance at the shit bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's legitimately in 2 weeks. This entire standings could change. Just
it's scary.
I know. You could go from being, and you know it because you've done it the opposite way. You could go from being in 3rd, 4th, down to 9th.
Yeah,
8th.
I could go back right where I fucking was. And I promise you, I don't want to go back there because I looked at how expensive those bus tickets are. They're pretty steep.
How much are they?
I think I looked, and they were like 100. I think.
100.
And bitch, I promise you, I'm not riding that bitch back. I'll catch a one-way out of fucking Detroit.
I will say it does not say round trip. It just says ride a bus from Charlotte to Detroit. So
Greyhound. Hold on. I want Jamie. Jamie, can you pull that up for me?
Yep, Jamie, please. Jamie.
Greyhound, Charlotte to Detroit. Yeah, we don't have a Jamie. We're broke as shit here.
Jamie, you there? Oh fuck.
You need a Jamie. That's what you need.
I do. I need one. I need like some hot chick that's just sitting off to the side, and then I also need people that just are in the background, just laughing at everything we say, and you can barely hear them. You just hear a little faint.
A little. $84.99.
Yeah, that's steep.
Direct 2:15 a.m.
Why wouldn't you
Get
just
there in
fly?
Detroit. Well, you listen here, motherfucker. You told me it was going to be a goddamn wheel we were spinning. I didn't think there was a definite chance if I lost that was going to happen.
I'm so happy I did it that way this year. That way we wouldn't have people bitching about what was going on with the punishment. You picked it.
Yeah, again, I was bamboozled. I was lied to. Okay?
Yeah.
You think I would have tossed that kind of punishment if I knew I would be the only one doing it? No, I wanted Max after his girlfriend came and ate all those goddamn waffles to sit on a bus.
Yep. Yeah. If you had known, you would have been like, "Yeah, make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and eat it."
My punishment is the winner has to give me their winnings.
All right. Well, you beat Grayson this week. 104-86. Grayson's team is again just like.
Listen, it's not like
reeling.
It's not like he has a bad team. Okay.
No, he doesn't have a bad team at all. It's just they all just don't go off at the same time. They all there's just people that just put up duds.
I will say you look at my team and there's a lot of historic big names on there, like the last couple seasons.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor, Jamar Chase, Michael Thomas, AJ Brown.
Michael Thomas has got his own set of issues right now. He might get dropped.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah,
exactly. Everybody, all the way, even Lamar, Aaron Jones, just a bunch of guys that are gonna put up some points.
Yeah,
that's George Kittle too.
Yeah,
he started 2 tight ends this week. That's crazy.
Hey man, that was
it worked.
That was
that's 2 weeks in a row we've talked about that on podcast, and I don't think we ever had anybody even start. I forgot who did it. I think Max did it, or somebody else did it. And it's worked for both teams. Maybe I should invest in 2 tight ends.
Hey man, trade deadline. You want Dallin Schultz? You got Dallin Dalton.
Dallin.
Yeah.
Max has been trying to give me Dalton Kincaid, but I just don't know who to trade him for. So
I mean, I want to clear the air. Okay, that wasn't a jab at you when I said who's throwing him the ball. Fucking Tom Miller. That was before the Josh Dobbs trade, and I didn't know who the fuck was going to be playing QB for the Vikes.
And let me say, even after the Josh Dobbs trade, I still didn't know, like, if a Vikings, like somebody, a receiver or a tight end on the Vikings was going to be good. Then I saw Josh Dobbs really play.
Yeah.
I think for the first time. That dude is a beast, man.
You saw old dickhead throw that ball, huh?
God damn, penis head is he can sling it in an offense that's made for him. So I'm sure Bailey's happy.
Yeah.
I got another dub. So
yeah.
Because I have TJ Hawkinson in another league, and I was kind of like, TJ Hawkinson. Max benched him this week. Fucking lost for it. That's what he gets.
He could have Tuesday vibed Zach, and I don't know what's worse, that or being 0-7.
Probably 0-7.
Yeah, you're probably right. He did get shit on for about half a podcast over that.
And now I think the last couple, I don't think anyone's been shitting on him. I think everyone's fucking scared. Well, I mean, he's coming out of nowhere.
Well, listen here, I got some beef with Mr. Clark. Actually, I heard his tone when he said, "Do you think he's actually going to take a bus trip to Detroit?" I don't think he understands how retarded I am, and if I say something stupid, I'm going to go do it.
Right.
Listen, I'll sit through it. I'm going to hate every minute of it, but I'll do it.
Yeah, I think everybody at this point now is, if they lose, they're going to do it.
Now, there was something I wanted that wasn't addressed. We don't have everybody's punishment, or you didn't go over everybody's
Who
punishment.
did we not?
I don't think we did.
Who?
I
I think I got everybody.
What was Jay's?
He has to hold on. I've got it somewhere. Hold on. I think he's got to take a flight to the opposite side of the country, take a picture, and come back.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. I think he's got to go to California, snap a flick, and then come back
home.
Yeah.
What was Alejandro's?
His is some sort of version of what Zach's doing with the track thing, where he's gotta like, if he loses, he's gotta like do I don't know. It's one of those drinking / running and
like a beer mile or something like that.
Yeah. It's one of those. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I do know it's one of those, and I do know he would do it if he did it. So and it's definitely a punishment.
And John's, I don't remember John.
John, I think, is WNBA game. Go to a WM, which is mine as well. Go to a WNBA game and document it. Write a paragraph or write a page paper on it, and no alcohol.
No alcohol, bro.
Go by yourself. No friends allowed. You have to go and sit there in the stands by yourself.
I don't think I've been to a sporting event since I've turned 21, and there has not been alcohol in my blood.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point, I think.
God.
So, and the best part is if I lose, the Mystics, they play not at Capital One. They play in a place called Anacostia, which is not a good neighborhood. if you catch my drift.
Oh.
And I'm going to be the only one. I'm not going to be by myself. I'll be getting off the metro, and I'll be getting right in that motherfucking arena. I'll tell you that. I'm not wasting any damn time.
Straight in.
Straight in.
Head down, straight in, buddy.
Don't make eye contact with anybody.
Bro.
But, yeah, I think Bailey's is the WNBA game thing. John.
Where's the nearest WNBA team to Charlotte?
I have no clue.
Is that Atlanta?
Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's... I don't know.
I
thought there was 4 people that had the WNBA thing. Max is like, not that he's gonna lose, but
yeah, his is the
Max's raft thing. Zach's that same kind of deal on the track. I don't know what he's talking about with he's gonna eat a 4 for 4 and run 4 miles, but he's gonna double it or something like that. So he's gonna run 8 miles and eat 2 4 for 4s from Wendy's.
Fuck everything about that. I think I'd rather take the bus trip to Detroit for that, actually.
I would too, probably. Anything that involves physical activity for me at this point, like in that motion, especially eating fast food and then running, I don't think I can do it.
Bro, I mean, look.
But you don't know my body. So.
Listen, I've been known to crush a cookout tray and then go throw a whole bunch of wood around, but I ain't running a fucking mile, all right? That shit ain't happening.
One of our punishments should be we have to switch the people that are in the shit bowl have to switch jobs for a day. Like you guys got to go clock into Hendrick and just work, and Zach's got to go fucking throw wood around.
I mean, Zach's a fit guy, but like it's hard.
I'm sure it is.
I mean, Grayson was slow starting off, but he's getting it now. He was the first one done today and yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Grayson's a fucking beast. All right, what other matchups we had that we talk about? I lost to Jay. I kind of just got mollywopped. He had Keenan Allen. He had Austin Eckler. He had the Chargers offense, so wasn't much I could do.
I mean, Bailey an absolute squeaker of a loss.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Allen was one more. Josh Allen, can I say that Josh Allen sucks?
I don't think
is it too early?
Yeah, it is.
Damn, man. I think he sucks.
Well, and I mean, look, they fired the OC like today.
Yeah.
I mean, He's been.
I don't know if you've
golden.
seen the Bills' remaining schedule, but it's rough. Look it up.
The
'Cause they play the
Jets,
Jets.
Philly, KC. Oh.
They play at Philly, at KC. Then they play the fucking Cowboys, who are pretty good. And then they play at the Los Angeles Chargers. Then they play the Patriots. That should be a win, but the Patriots always play them close for some reason. And then they play at Miami. I think they missed the playoffs.
I don't think they'll miss the playoffs, but I mean, I think Taylor Swift, according to my girlfriend, is traveling the fucking world right now. So, Travis Kelce shouldn't be that big of an issue. Yeah, that's right. I made the fucking joke.
Wow. Wow.
So who else has Pat Mahomes got to throw to? A whole bunch of fucking names.
Nobody. I have the number one wide receiver on
And
my
did you
fantasy
start
team,
him?
and I don't play him.
Yeah.
Like that's who he's got. Like, and I always think in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, is this the game where Patrick Mahomes is gonna like throw it to anybody other than Travis Kelce, and I'm gonna get like 20 points from this Rashee Rice guy? No. So
Kings of Mid, as you like to call it.
that is about to be my fucking team name. I tell you, like I have fucking. As I've talked about on every single podcast, I mean, I can make a case for playing every single person on my team, and they all are going to get me 12 points.
I mean, you left Brian Robinson on the bench,
I did, because the past couple of weeks before that, he's just been a dud. So I don't know. Look, I hate Ron Rivera more than maybe Panther fans at this point.
Panther fans don't really hate him. I miss him.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah. You think?
The amount of times that people who I work with go, the amount of coaches that we gave up for this guy. Like, you should see their list of fucking coaches that have played. It's like Sean McDermott, Sean McVay, fucking what's his name? The Dolphins head coach now. He was on he was the quarterback's coach for a while.
Bro, he looked like Dahmer with the fucking glasses.
He does. And then a couple more. There are a couple more people. They're gonna do the same thing with I forget the offensive coordinator's name right now.
Oh,
the
enemy
Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna do the same thing, all for Ron Rivera.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. That Carolina coaching staff minus fucking Shula. It's not Don, because Don was his dad, I'm pretty sure. Mike Shula. The Panthers had Ron Rivera and Sean McDermott as the DC.
Yeah.
That was
I think
fucking golden staff.
Yeah, I think Washington had McDermott right before you guys. Yeah. I think we've gone through this entire last week, I think.
Right?
Did we hit up your
matchup?
John a little
Max, bit. Me. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, we can springboard in the next one. Fuck you, first off.
Yeah, man.
Shit
next
Talk
week
starts now.
Shit Talk is right here. I don't really have much. I will say that Patrick Mahomes is back. So I don't know if that means a damn thing. But Chiefs play this week. I've got my full team other than Michael Pittman. So ready to go.
I mean, there's 2 weeks in this season I'm scared of.
Uh-huh.
That's fucking last week when DeAndre Swift and AJ Brown were out. And then I've got that week with Lamar Jackson out. And I went ahead and tried to pick up a QB.
Yeah.
And bro, the field is thin.
I picked up Kyler for this week, obviously, with what's his name? Mahomes on bye. You got 17, so I don't know. You want him right now?
No.
Okay.
No, we ain't doing this right now.
Okay.
That's an off the podcast thing. And
why's it got to be off the podcast? Who gives a fuck? When is the trade deadline, by the way? I don't even
this week, I think. I think John was talking about it in that keeper league.
That might be for that. I don't know if it's this week for this. Typically, they fucking send a text to everybody saying, "Hey, trade deadline."
Let me look. Settings.
I don't even know where to look.
Acquisition. Flavor. Trade rules. December 1st. This is trade deadline at 3 a.m.
Yep, 3 a.m. Mark your calendars. There's gonna be a million fucking people at 2:50 going back and forth. Please give me clubs.
Yeah, bro.
My team, I'll tell you, this week, man. My team, it could be good.
I mean, it could. Like, you don't have a bad team.
David Montgomery's back in full force. Debo is back. Jalen Waddle. Terry. Yeah, I don't know about him. I might have to take him out and put in Robinson. I might do that
you should put in Raji Rice, actually, you know.
Honestly, I thought about it, dude. It's literally, if you click his name, it says, "Is Raji Rice a must-start wide receiver in Week 11?"
No.
And then you watch a video, and it's like, no.
I mean, I think ESPN's got it wrong. You should start Michael Pittman this week. They're not on bye this week.
Yeah, I should actually.
Ignore the fact that I'm not starting Jonathan Taylor. That I don't like that matchup, but you know.
You got any trades on the docket with anybody else? Or do you not want to talk about it?
No, I will. So Max made a really good point. I'm real old school. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if I've got a good team,
I think we all know that. I think anytime that you have a good team in fantasy football, it's very hard to trade with you in fantasy football because you just think in the back of your mind, like, okay, my team has made it here already, so why the fuck am I trading?
Yeah, why am I going to break a good thing?
Right.
Matt, I thought about that fucking Justin Jefferson trade, and I really, he caught me at work, and I was thinking about it, but
what was your trade with him for Justin Jefferson?
I didn't shoot anything back, but it's hard to part with Jamar Chase and AJ Brown. It really is.
If I will say, if you could manage to get Justin Jefferson, if you could have managed to get Justin Jefferson, like without giving one of those two up,
it's over.
I mean, you would have maybe have the best wide receiver core of all time in any 10-man league in the history of 10-man leagues. Like that. I mean, AJ Brown, I thought would have a good year. That man is fucking incredible. I wanted to try and get him, and I think I missed him by a couple. I had to take Terry. And the difference between that and that, because I think he went 3rd round, right, or 4th round.
I got him 2nd round.
Okay, never mind then. I didn't take him after.
You took Devontae Adams and then traded his ass away.
That's right.
No, like,
because I think we were we not like back to back?
No, see, I was 2nd, so okay, Max had mind. 1st pick.
Never mind.
You could have got him.
I could have. I definitely could have got him. I think a lot of people could have got him.
I was talking to Christian. I ran into him when I went to that Colts game, not last week, the week before, and because he called me, he was like, "Hey, meet me over here in the French Quarter," and we were talking about fantasy, and I was like, "Well, look at this team. Tell me what you think." And he was like, "How the fuck did you get AJ Brown and Jamar Chase?"
It's because I don't think AJ was projected that high off the draft board. I know he's really just stud wide receiver, but there was just other guys that you think of before AJ Brown, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, AJ Brown, when you look at the dude, he's got the build of like fucking Megatron.
He's built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah, I mean, but you just think of like, people ask what the top 5 wide receivers are all the time, and no one ever mentions his name, but he's definitely top 7.
I think the narrative changed a little bit. I'm not trying to brag. That was luck. I didn't like anybody on the board.
Yeah.
Right there, because I mean, like, I'm looking at the draft.
You went Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, right?
Yeah, because
And
I mean,
then it took a risk and then you ended up with good running backs. Obviously, you took Jonathan Taylor. That was a question mark at the draft.
that
But
was my gamble. That was
yeah,
my gamble because I went heavy on the wide receivers because usually I'll try and go running back because I think the year I won, I took Derrick Henry kind of early.
yeah, I
I don't,
think you did. I think you had like the third or fourth pick, and you took him.
but I was like, because my boss and I will bullshit about fantasy because we've got a work league and shit like that. And he was like, last year I went wide receiver heavy, and I was like, that's not a bad idea.
It's not. It's not. I think there's more to gain with a wide receiver that is going to get you a lot of points versus a mid-tier wide receiver that's going to get you a okay amount of points versus a lot of the running backs are just kind of the same, other than if you can get Christian McCaffrey, then, and I guess Austin Eckler when he's healthy, everybody else is going to probably put up around 15 points. Like you can make a case for pretty much any running back.
But I mean, Jamar Chase laid down on me. That's part of the reason why I went. I was at the bottom.
Yeah. And it
Burrow
was a
was,
question mark, I think, going into the year that Burrow was hurt.
yeah,
And if I do remember. So,
yeah, and
all in all,
that's
good
what killed
draft.
me. Yeah,
All in all, I don't think anybody really has a bad team. Even though I said Marcel's team sucks. Really hard to say a team sucks when they put up 150 points last week. So
also, I was looking at some shit before we hopped on here. I was
yeah,
looking at his championship year, right?
Marcel's.
Yep. What was that, 21? Oh, let me
Yeah,
pull it back
it's
up.
the year before you, or the year before
Year
Bailey.
after, yeah. Standings. Where is it? Final playoff bracket. I want both you. No, not you. John and Max was the other arm of that bracket,
Yeah,
and fucking Marcel and I outscored both of them by at least 30.
let's see here. Grayson and I fucking did a kicker battle. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
and I remember being pissed off about that. I was like, damn, had to play Marcel.
yeah. All right, I've asked pretty much everybody on here who you think, and again, you can say me. I don't care. Who do you think is going to be in the shit bowl this year? Personally,
Let me take a gander here because I've pondered this question because it's a really hard question to answer this year especially because as it's been said, this shit's tight,
yeah, man.
like vice grip tight.
Yeah, it
I,
is
like
100%. Oh,
fucking AJ Brown or Jamar Chase could fuck their knee up and I'm screwed.
yeah, that's all it's gonna take. That's really all it's gonna take for somebody like somebody big name gets injured and
Like I don't know.
Max went from being locked to unlocked. So it's
I will.
still honestly anybody can fuck up. I think the only person that if he gets a couple more wins here and there, just because he's got so many points for, is John. Like he's got, I don't know if you've looked at the points for.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of interesting. He's obviously Zach and I are down at the bottom. Grayson's been falling for a while. But you look at the top, John has got 50 more, actually 60, 70 more points than everybody else in the league.
yeah.
You're second. Congratulations. Marcel is third, which it was interesting to me. Obviously, he had a big week last week, but I just felt like he had a couple of like 70-pointer weeks in a row. So it's interesting he's third. You got Jay Alejandro, Max, who is first, right in the dead middle. So he's kind of lucked his way into being the number one seed right now. I'm sure I don't know if he's nervous, but he's probably because I mean he might not make the shit bowl, but he could very well be like a 7 seed.
Good. I mean, look, I think I Jay and I think a lot alike, and I think he made a good point. I don't like Max's team. I don't think he's I think he got lucky to get that number 1 seed.
Yeah, I think so too. Obviously, he's got Justin Jefferson coming back. His wide receivers are very good. TJ Hawkinson is very good. Travis Etienne has been a different monster recently. And it looks like he's rolling with Dobbs, huh?
Is he?
Yeah, he's got him starting right now. Good for him. So not only is Josh Dobbs got himself a starting QB position, he's probably going to sign some big contract with the Vikings or another team. He's got himself a PSNFL starting position. Which is big. That's big for the morale, I think, for a lot of people. Yeah. They look up and they're like, "Oh man, I'm starting in PSNFL." Like,
they talked about me on the pod.
They talked about me on the pod, man. So obviously, ETN, I've had him in another league. I was high on him, but I didn't think I'd be this high on him. He's like the number 2 fucking running back.
Is he really?
Yeah, dude. He's third, but he's third this week. But I mean, look at him. Look at him. Other than this week, he came back from bye. He's had 24, 21, 21, 34. Like, he's pretty consistent.
Damn. I mean,
so that they don't really throw the ball. Did you see that shit about Zay?
Yeah, I did. I mean,
dude, I'm pissed at him, dude.
He's had some trouble before. I mean, I remember
he has.
We were in college. He like snapped and was like naked and throwing shit at a window in a high rise.
He was in the NFL when he did that. It was his first year.
He was a Raider.
Yeah, he was. I thought he would be out of the NFL after that.
Hey, our boy though,
Keaton Mitchell, man, everyone's talking about him around here. I let them in on the little secret before they knew what they had. And they're like, "Damn, dude, you were right. That Keaton Mitchell guy is a beast.
That dude got feet."
I don't know how he's not on my fucking team. I literally picked him up and I thought I had the waiver wire shit over Bailey, but I guess Bailey has him. So unless I fucking accidentally put Kyler Murray first.
I mean, you might have.
And that's what fucked me.
Dude's got feet, man. I remember last year watching him in college. Dude was fast.
He's still fast. I can guarantee that. He's still fast.
Yeah. What is it? Like 8 rushes for like 80 yards, or not 8 rushes.
I don't know why they don't fucking play him. It was weird. Like, he literally averaged. He got a 34-yard rush last week, and then he got a 34 or 35-yard catch from like a screen pass, and that was it.
And he hit the end zone. Like,
I'm not complaining because I have Gus Edwards on my team, and I guess he's the guy, the vulture. So
I was about to say you were on the Gus bus. I don't know why you're complaining.
I don't know anymore.
You sound like Grayson. I'll talk to Grayson, and he'd be like, "Hey man, can I borrow your shotgun?" He's been talking to me.
Yeah, Gray's not had a Grayson Blythe type of fantasy football season. Typically, you see Gray at the top.
It's weird.
It's weird. It's typically his team is really good and they lose early. So maybe this is the recipe for Gray's coming out and winning. But have a sneak into the playoffs, be a 7 or 8 seed, and then his team goes off in the playoffs. Who knows? I hope that for him. I think he would be a deserving champion, but he's not looking too good. A couple of reeling teams going into this matchup, Bailey and Grayson. I think Bailey's had a couple of weeks where his team has not performed at all. I know. So he's squeaked by with a win the week before and then got beat by Alejandro this week, barely. So they play each other this week. He's got Travis Kelce and Jalen Hurts back. So it's going to be a rough one for Gray, I think.
I mean, look, I'm looking at his team right now. I mean, or his schedule, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have a bad team. Granted, he did fucking lay a big old egg in week 7 where he didn't even hit 60. But
he doesn't. He does not have a bad team. I mean, another person that's just kind of middle of the damn pack, Alejandro.
Yeah.
What do we think about him?
Let me look at his shit.
We hardly ever talk about Alejandro on this podcast, and he's going to be on here shortly, I think. But
I
I think
mean,
his team is good. It's just weird. He's got a bunch of weird names that could go off other than Derrick Henry. He's got like Kenneth Walker's, DJ Moore, Brandon Ayuk, like anybody that can any given week go off for 40 points.
well,
So
like what blew my mind, I don't know if I was watching ESPN or something, or if I was eating dinner or something, they had just ESPN on. Did I hear them talk about that they were looking to trade his ass?
who,
In the
Derrick Henry?
Yeah, because they were talking
Yeah,
about
they
like
were.
he's almost at like the end of his career or something.
Yeah, if Will Levis didn't have the performance that he had, I think that Derrick Henry would have been a Baltimore Raven. But
Really?
yeah, they were going after him hard. But obviously, with Keaton Mitchell coming back from being hurt, I don't think very many people knew what they have with him.
Yeah.
And who
I
knows?
mean,
Maybe they don't even play him that much. And he's had just a couple of fluke weeks. But
I mean,
yeah, they were talking about Derrick Henry being shipped out of there.
I'm looking at Alejandro's team. I mean, Ayuk, DJ Moore. Those are some
A solid team. I think it's a lot like my team where you have a bunch of just solid guys who are probably going to get you the same amount of points every single week.
Yeah. I mean, DJ Moore. Am I crazy, or is DJ Moore just not? He had that one game where he just exploded.
Yeah.
But other than that, he just like after that, you look at it, 51 yards.
The Bears' offense. That's what that is. I think he's limited with. I think DJ Moore has probably been limited with the quarterbacks that have thrown him the ball his entire career. I think he's a good wide receiver. I think you probably think the same, but
I mean, he was good here. I mean, dude was good. I remember he had some fumble.
He's a lot like Terry McLaurin, where he's had a bunch of different quarterbacks and they all are just fucking mid. So, yeah.
Like some of these names, like Jerome Ford. I don't know who the fuck that is.
He's like Brown starting running back after Nick Chubb got hurt.
After his knee fucking did the stanky leg again. Yeah. Devonta Smith, I mean, he probably should start him. But
let's talk about our old roommate a little bit. Jay, he's got a very interesting team. I thought a couple of weeks ago he was probably, his butthole was probably clenched because he was losing.
Yeah.
He had been at the top and then he was losing, but then this past couple of weeks he's kind of regained he's back up to 6-4, third. He beat me obviously this last week. He's got a very odd team, meaning odd in the fact that like on paper they look like they're good names.
Yeah, like they're historically good. He's always got his boy Keenan Allen. I
always got his boy Keenan Allen. He's got my boy Austin Eckler. Joe Mixon's historically a solid running back.
I don't know. I've had him a couple times. I would almost put him in the mid category.
I am surprised how long Joe Mixon has lasted in this league. I feel like he's been back and forth. Yeah, he's just. I take back what I've said about him being a solid, running back. There have been years where people have drafted him like top 5, top 10.
I did it,
and he was shitty.
I think that was last year.
He stuck around. He has his weeks. He's a lot like Aaron Jones, where he's just got like that a couple of weeks where for some reason he just puts up like 40 points.
Yeah,
and then at all the other weeks he puts up like 10.
So Aaron Jones is dangerous because he'll catch it. He'll take it through the air too.
I feel like you have had Aaron Jones.
I have.
Like every year.
He always
like Chris Carson for me. I always said Chris Carson.
Bro, Mark Carson?
Mark Carson. Oh god.
Come here. You got a job?
All right, we're right at 44 minutes right now. Let's get our last remarks here and let's wrap this motherfucker.
Well, first off, not to cut you off, but
no, you're fine.
I think we need to talk about how this almost didn't happen.
Oh, yeah. Chase woke me up. It was we're shooting this right now at 11:13 p.m. I'm happy he did. I told him he had to go to a concert. It was like 6:30. I gave him a call. No, actually, it was probably like 5:30. I gave him a call. I got home. I was like, "Hey, you want to be on the podcast?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll be. I'm going to a concert, but we're only going to the opening act, so I'll be back probably around like 9:30 ish, 10. I'm like, "All right, cool." I fucking next thing I know, I fell asleep as I do. I woke up. I just see Chaz Jarish on my phone with a little picture of him as a baby, and then
That fucking picture.
yeah, dude, it's the picture of you looking through the
Rafting thing, yeah.
You hate that picture. That's one of my favorite pictures of all time. I thought it was gonna either be midnight or it was gonna be like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and he was waking up in the morning
Yeah.
going to work. So yeah, I got woken up. But we're here. We made it. And it'll be out on time.
Hey,
No
we
worries.
making it out of dicks with this one, dog.
We're making it out of dicks with this one, baby.
Oh.
Anything else? Any beef? Any shit talk you wanna
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, I've got a little bit over here looking at the manifesto here. I'm not, gonna do anything illegal. It's just, keeping a tally. Zach, I might be fucking cringe, but your mom in every fucking aspect took my wood literally.
You got that written down?
Nah.
Okay.
I just knew I was gonna take a shot at him.
All right. All
Um,
right. You got more?
Fuck you. It doesn't matter how shitty both. Yeah, you.
All right.
It doesn't matter how fucking shitty both of our teams are. For some reason, still can never fucking beat you ever in
Bailey
fantasy football.
Bailey has the same problem. I
Bro.
don't think Bailey has beat me ever. Maybe once. And I also, I beat you earlier on this year, right?
You did, and let me look because there was a while when I would look through the league history on the app, and it would tell you your like hardest team to beat.
Yeah.
And for you, for a while, it was great. It was you, but I guess something happened this year, and now it's Grayson. I'm 3-8 against that motherfucker. But you were at that spot.
Well, now you have you can do something about that, and you can fire him if you want.
Grayson's good at his job, man. I'm not gonna fire Grayson. I'll call him and bullshit with him and talk shit.
Why don't you suck his dick? How about that?
I can't. I can't make that kind of joke on a recording
you can't,
now.
You can't have sexual relations with your underminers.
Underminers? You mean my subordinates? Underminers, bro. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein out here. Do not lump me in with that.
All right, that's not what you were talking about before the podcast started, but okay.
All right, you're gonna do me like that, huh?
What else you got?
I didn't consent. Max, sorry, I think your team is slightly a sham. You got some good players.
You got one for everybody? Is that what's
No, I don't.
Okay.
I got Zach. I can't come at Jay. I can't come at you other than the fact that I'm playing you this week.
Yeah.
Because from the beginning, y'all were like, "Yo, he's not bad." Jay even said he's walked in some fucking buzzsaws, and that's true.
Yep.
Like I've
always respected the fact that you've got a very good team, and I mean, you very well could do it. I think I've said from the jump that I think John has the best team, but I think if we're looking at it, I think you probably have the second best team.
Yeah, I mean, John's got a good team. Thank fucking God you didn't trade him goddamn Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, that would have been bad for the league.
That'd be like me getting fucking Justin Jefferson and not losing one of my wide receivers.
Yeah, it would have been.
That's not fair.
No. Got anything else? Like to get off your chest?
Related to fantasy, no. John, I've been telling you for years, Jimbo fucking blows, and now he's canned. I'm tired of hearing about how great your recruiting class is, and y'all still suck ass every year.
This is a fantasy football chat
I
about
know.
NFL.
It's
You
still
can keep the college
football.
out of it.
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
just going down the list now.
no,
Grayson,
I mean, I'm looking at everybody's name.
If you don't fucking put your wood out fast tomorrow, you're
Bro,
fucking fired.
He's actually covering my shit tomorrow, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
All right. Well, he won't hear this until after that, probably. So you can talk shit right now. He wouldn't know.
Nah, I ain't gonna talk shit to Grayson's helped me out a good bit, and I mean, I've helped Grayson out. I can't come at him. I also love his team name.
Yeah, his team name is very good. I like it. Did you see my team name, by the way?
Gano more Gano.
Gano more Gano.
I would have gone with Gano no Mo.
Yeah. It's just simple. No more Gano, you know?
No more Gano, man.
I'm retiring Graham Gano.
Really?
I am. I think I'm gonna retire.
You got any waivers coming in this week?
No, actually, yeah, I got a defense. I'm picking up currently. I think
you can say it. I'm not picking up a defense.
I don't know. I guess I'm not picking up a defense. Claim. So probably gonna pick up the. I was thinking about the Commanders, but they suck because they're playing the Giants. I'm gonna do it.
I was about to say I'd take the fucking Commanders. I played the fucking Jets because they were playing Joe Schmuckatelli over there at QB for the Raiders. Right? Like,
yeah. And I don't know who the fuck is the quarterback for the Giants, so
not Danny Dimes.
Even if it was Danny Dimes, I'd probably still pick up the Commanders.
I'm picking up. I think I had it up. Waiver players. I wonder if it'll show. Actually, no, it'll show me right here. I think. I'm picking up Dustin Hopkins. I'm gonna try. Oh, I'm waiver priority 1. I get whoever the fuck I want. No, never mind. 9 of 10.
Opposite.
That's my first. It's my first pick.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on to this motherfucker.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't suck. I probably won't listen to this one. I think
it was very good. I think it was good.
I cannot stand the sound of my own fucking voice. I can't.
Me too, man. Like I said, I don't know if you heard me in the last one. I haven't even listened to anything. I just kind of have just been rolling with it. So,
I mean, they've all been good. That's it. I'll usually sit here.
I think they've been good. I think it's just the person that I bring on and talk to. It's just like we're having a normal fucking conversation. So I don't really care what it sounds like. But no, I think this one was good.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, I usually start my Tuesdays off or Wednesdays off listen to the podcast.
That was Bailey's thing. He was like, "Yeah, the only thing that I got to complain about is that I know the podcast already because he was on it."
So I might give it a listen, but I probably won't listen long because.
Sorry, you couldn't use your soundboard. He had a full soundboard going on, but we had to axe that at the last second because we're not on Discord. So
yeah, I didn't know how it worked.
Yeah,
I was sitting there toying with shit. I had a couple sound bites I was going to use. A couple Alex Jones MP3s.
Of course.
Talk about lotion on my dick. I'm stroking my dick right now. That was another one.
Eat that pussy 445 or whatever. I think you would have probably that would have been a funny one.
I just took a massive shit.
I took a massive shit to pull it right now. I'm trying to get the fuck out of.
You know he likes kids, right?
I do. Yeah, he's kind of killed it himself.
Not literally.
Not in the game. Not literally.
In GTA RP, bro.
All right, man.
Well,
that's about it. 54 minutes. You hold the record. This is the longest podcast so far.
Really?
Yeah, man. I think it was 52. Was the other one with it's either with Jay or Max. I don't know. But
I appreciate the invite. You know,
absolutely.
I've been expecting the call for a while because you went with Zach, and I was like, oh, he's gonna go with the other shitball candidate.
No. I don't know who I'm gonna have on next week. I don't know.
I'd say Grayson or Alejandro.
Yeah, if Grayson loses again, I'll probably have him on.
Bro, he's gonna be suicidal.
Nah,
He's
we'll
already
cheer him up.
he's
Get
already
Alejandro on
pretty
here.
much there.
We'll get John on here. We'll get Marcel on here. You guys are. I'm not forgetting about you guys. It's just it's kind of hard to get everybody on here all at once when only one person could be on it. So
Also, Jay did the shout out Ed Martin
yeah,
sitting out to fuck Christian over.
yeah, I think we've hit on that a little bit, but yeah, thank you, Ed. You're a beast, and I'm sure he'll be on the podcast one of these weeks too. Probably after everybody's been on. So
that'll be a good one. He's usually quick on the draw.
Yeah, he is. So, all right, man. Thank you for coming on. This is the PSNFL podcast. This is episode 5. Going fucking strong, baby. Going fucking strong. So, thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me on, even though you almost fucking slept through it, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, man. Well, you already did twice, so. All right.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you next week.